Aanchal, what do you have for us in Chhattisgarh?
Well, Alok, it's been a bit of a similar story here as well. Bastar again, Maoist zone as it were. There were more than 10 attacks by the Maoists on different polling booths. I wouldn't say on, perhaps somewhat directly on the polling booths. They fired at the polling booths and some around these polling booths. So yeah, it was a pretty a troubling day. Earlier when we got up and started going to the polling booths around the city of Jagdalpur, which in a way is the heart of Bastar, we thought it's going to be a good day. We thought there was hope. But then suddenly all these attacks started happening, and then the figures didn't appear as promising as they did during the assembly elections, which is 12 Vidhan Sabhas. But of course the Lok Sabha is 8 Vidhan Sabhas. Now, I traveled through several polling booths in the day. Let's have a look at this report. I meet several people who came out to vote in the Bastar constituency all day today.
As voting began, the day looked hopeful. People going against all odds to cast their vote. This is Bastar, a constituency heavily dominated by Maoists.
आया था, उसे चिपका पोस्टर चिपका गए थे, आए थे चिपकाए थे गए थे, उसको कोई हम लोगों को बहिष्कार कुछ नहीं है ऐसा.
But not everyone is as brave, especially those further away from the city. The response at polling booths has been lukewarm. If you compare it to assembly polls, South Bastar then polled an impressive 60%. According to AAP candidate SONI, not many would dare Maoists in the interior by coming out to vote. She blames the administration for shifting over 230 polling booths from the interiors to peripheral markets.
जहाँ ग्रामीणों की सुविधा के हिसाब से होनी चाहिए थी, उन पोलिंग बूथों को अभी ऐसे अपनी सुविधा किया. इससे क्या हो रहा है ना, पोलिंग बूथ भी शिफ्ट कर दी सरकार, तो लोगों को लगता है कि सरकार भी डरी है नक्सलाइट से.
During assembly elections in the state last year, besides the existing forces, 560 more companies from different central forces were called. In this election, which is perhaps area-wise only a little smaller, just 140 plus companies have been asked for.
यहाँ पे काफी अच्छी तादाद में ऐसा लग रहा है लोग आए हैं वोट डालने. तो यहाँ मतलब जैसे नक्सलियों ने कहा है कि आप मत डालिए वोट, बहिष्कार कर दीजिए, तो वहाँ यहाँ उनका कम प्रकोप लगता है.
जी, यहाँ प्रभाव कम है मैडम. उसका कारण यही है कि यहाँ फोर्स है, थाना है, जिसकी वजह से लोगों में डर कुछ कम है.
In many areas, Maoists dare to breach security. One was injured in Sukma in an IED explosion. People were threatened at a polling booth in Narayanpur. All this in a constituency that is in desperate need for change.
At the polling booths we visited today, we met some people with mobile phones, but even they didn't have water taps in their homes. Perhaps telecom revolution has reached some in this state. But what it certainly and urgently needs is a water revolution. And it is over basic issues like that that many people came out to vote. But many others could not. Their shot at possible change was stolen by the Maoists. Reporting from Bastar with camera person Ashwini, Aanchal Vora, NDTV. Well, I have a few Bastariyas with me. That's what they like to call themselves. Let's have a word with them. Now, Bastar Lok Sabha is a reserved seat. This is something that you were expressing your objection to. Why do you mind it being a reserved seat?
Yeah, like when you talk about particular Bastar, it is a reserved seat from a very long time. And what I feel is the people who are educated here, they don't have that much of chances to come forward. The general people who are here in Bastar, they are just the simple voters. They cannot fight up the elections. Although I agree that the majority belongs majority of the population belongs to the scheduled tribe.
But shouldn't they be? You're saying that the majority that belongs to scheduled tribe, all of them are not educated.
No, I'm not saying that. But what I say is this seat should be rotated, because there should be a chance for the common person as a general person also to get a chance to come and talk in Lok Sabha.
So everybody should get a chance.
Yes, that's
what about you, sir? You were talking to me earlier about your children, and you were talking about उनकी education की opportunities के बारे में आप बात कर रहे थे. उनकी नौकरी यहाँ लगेगी नहीं, इसकी आपको बहुत चिंता है. तो ऐसे एरिया में मतलब आपको लगता है कि आगे मतलब उनका भविष्य के बारे में आपको चिंता होती है?
हाँ, होती है, जरूर होती है. यहाँ शिक्षा के स्तर काफ़ी कम है और उसके बहुत सारे कारण हैं, जिसमें यहाँ की इलाका बहुत बीहड़ है. वहाँ अंदर पहुँच मार्ग मुश्किल है. प्लस यहाँ की व्यवस्था भी जो शिक्षा के बारे में वो थोड़ा ठीक ढंग से ये नहीं कर पा रहे हैं मैनेजमेंट नहीं कर पा रहे जी। और पढ़ने के बाद बच्चों को यहाँ नौकरी नहीं है, सबसे बड़ी
दिक्कत। नौकरी कैसे लाई जाए, तो ये मुद्दा आपको लगता है कि आपकी जो पार्टीज जिन्होंने लड़ा है ये इलेक्शन वो उठा पाएंगे ठीक से?
मुझे नहीं लगता कि उठा पाएंगे।
तो आप अभी भी आपको निराशा है, चाहे किसी को भी आपने वोट दिया हो?
जी जी जी।
आप बताइए, आप यंगस्टर हैं यहाँ के, इनको बहुत दिक्कत है कि इनके बच्चों को यहाँ नौकरी कैसे लगेगी, किस कारण से यहाँ पे नौकरियों की इतनी मतलब प्रॉब्लम है?
देखिए, एनएमडी से लगे हुए लगभग 40 साल हो रहा है, फिर भी इसका हेडक्वार्टर हैदराबाद बनाया गया है। मिनरल्स यहाँ गए हैं, एक्सपोर्ट हो रहा है जापान, और लोगों को नौकरी मिले साउथ वालों को, आंध्रा वालों को, खासकर बाहर वालों को। बस्तर लोग अभी भी बिल्कुल एज ए कॉमन पीपल यूज किया जा रहा है कि आप आइए, वोटिंग कीजिए, जाइए।
Well, this is something that, you know, a lot of youngsters, even in different colleges that we've been to, have spoken to us about, that why are the companies that are coming in? The biggest one here, of course, is NMDC, National Mineral Development Corporation. Why are they hiring people from outside and not from here? That's something that a lot of people here have a problem with. Also with the fact that they are apparently sending the resources, I know, from here to other countries. Now, in Bastar, we've got the polling percentage, that's about 51%. We talk about that, of course, in our later bulletins as well. But right now, I need to go to my colleague, Rahul Srivastava, NDTV's political editor at BJP headquarters, in fact, because now we know that Jaswant Singh, senior leader of the BJP, is not with the party anymore, and the party is now thinking of taking some action against his son, Manvendra. Rahul, what do you have for us? Please do explain.
Anshul, right after Mr. Jaswant Singh refused to withdraw his nomination, Mr. Jaswant Singh was expelled from the party for 6 years, second time since 2009. It was eventually Mr. Manvendra, who is a member of Legislative Assembly in Rajasthan. He was under the state government lens. What sources are saying that the BJP is saying, and the Rajasthan state unit has complained, that while though Mr. Manvendra did not campaign actively for his father, who was a rebel candidate of the BJP even after his expulsion, he fought as an independent. His activities are being construed as anti-party. And that is why top sources are saying that a letter expelling him from the BJP's conclave, which is a national executive, is ready. The letter is going to be sent to Mr. Manvendra Singh, expelling him from the national executive of the BJP. The letter also is likely to recommend that the state unit of the BJP in Rajasthan to carry out further action against him. Further action could mean that he may be expelled from the party, from the Legislative Assembly, which will virtually mean that he will be eventually removed from the primary membership of the party. But while on one hand this action is being taken and he's being charged with indulging in active party activities, there is also some sections in the state BJP who are saying that this is largely an end result of the war between Vasundhara Raje and Mr. Jaswant Singh, because of which Mr. Manvendra has become a casualty. Because primarily the Vasundhara Raje faction, which is wielding tremendous power in the state right now, is totally against the continuance of Mr. Manvendra Singh, and he's being seen as a future troublemaker, and that's why those factions who are against Mr. Manvendra and Jaswant Singh are getting rid of him. We are also told that Manvendra Singh, to perhaps buy more time, had sought time from top BJP leaders and also top RSS leaders so that he could put his point across. But I think eventually Vasundhara Raje, who's riding a high right now in the state, has had her say, and Mr. Manvendra is going to be removed from the national executive first and later from the primary membership of the party.
Rahul Srivastava, NDTV's political affairs editor, thank you very much for joining us with those details. Manvendra could possibly be a troublemaker, somebody perhaps Vasundhara Raje wouldn't like to have too much power.